Hello. The quotation at the top of this slide is taken from the Lancet Global Health, a very reputable journal. But when that journal says each year 2 million people are bitten by snakes, an obvious question might be, how do they know? And an apparently obvious answer is the authorities, whoever they may be, approach each country in the world and ask them the question, how many snake bites have there been in your country in the past year? And then they add up all the numbers. But the problem with that is that those numbers don't mean the same thing in different countries. And that's shown in this map of the world, where there are 4 different colored dots. Now, starting at the bottom of the source list, a survey is where a country designs and runs a randomized survey and asks participants in the survey, have they been bitten by a snake in the last year? Because this is not something you would forget, and you can be sure that you can then get an accurate estimate of the number of snake bites occurring in that country. Now, at the other end of the scale, you may get a reported number of snake bites in a country indicated in red, but only one number for the whole country. And if you don't know exactly how that number was arrived at, you may not be quite so confident in it. You might expect that in wealthy countries like Australia or the USA, those numbers might be reasonably complete, whereas in poor countries, for example, in Mali, in West Africa, where there's a red dot, it's almost certainly an underestimate because a lot of snake bites from people in very rural areas may not ever get recorded on public health research systems. Okay, now looking at the other 2 countries on this map, the green are rather similar to the red in that there's a single number reported by the authorities, except that it's now reported on a much finer geographical scale. It's reported regionally within a country rather than a single number for the country as a whole. And you can see that India does particularly well on this account, with many different regions identified separately. Brazil has 5, and there are a few other greens lurking on the map. And then finally, you have hospital records, because sometimes the only information you can get on the number of snake bites in a country is from hospitals in that country. And again, those are going to be undercounts because they only will capture people whose bites are sufficiently severe that they have to turn up at hospital. So, simple question, but complicated answer, because when you measure the number of snake bites in a country, you are actually not measuring the same thing in all countries. Thank you.